I was a child at 9, went to bed on a Friday night and got up on early hours of the morning, and my world, as I knew it, had gone. I had no mother. I didn't know why she was murdered, why she was shot. We've never had acknowledgement from the British Army or the British government. But until an acknowledgement has been made and recognised the woman that she was a mother of 6 children and a bad girl.
I've been for many years involved in projects that engage public space. The way we actually make use of public space to communicate with each other, communicate and exchange even conflicting points of view and positions on important matters to us. That's what public space is for, historically.
I'm from Derry. I'm from Londonderry. Even to this day, I still laugh at that because he had a sense of humour.
We work with people who are victim survivors of the conflict here. Work very intimately with them from all backgrounds, very inclusively. And they asked us, could we help fetch in a way some people who might be willing to become involved with Christoph, who might be willing to share some of their story and be willing to engage with the process.
All of a sudden, a huge bang, deep, deep sound. The vertical blinds blowing out, and the glass noise and smoke coming out of this classroom, and just absolute fear. That was the key moment for me.
A few of the words that I used were about the reasons that I joined the police. That was about making a difference. That was about changing the society in which we all inhabit and trying to make it a better place. During my time at university, I was unfortunate enough to witness a bomb at Jordanstown. That had a huge impact on me. There were 3 police officers killed in that attack, and I think it pushed me towards joining the police. I come from a Catholic background, and perhaps in the 80s that wasn't something that would be expected of a young Catholic man. But I felt that I wanted to try and do my part to make this society better for us all.
I sat down with Christoph and he asked me very open questions. One about my parents in particular, about their past. Not necessarily about the Troubles, but it was about how they wouldn't open up as much as I would hope them to. About the Troubles, about where they're from, about the people they know. I also talked about racism here and sectarianism.
The other side, certainly there's probably more in common with each other than what a working class loyalist would have with a middle class unionist. The mother in the Fountain Estate is worried about exactly the same thing as the mother in a Republican or Nationalist era.
The Fountain is not the Fountain I grew up in, you know. The Fountain was knocked down quite early in the Troubles. In fact, it broke my mother's heart. It broke quite a lot of it, because we all loved nice little streets that were kept pristine clean, although we didn't have much money, like.
I thought it was very courageous that in the City of Culture year, where people were looking at the celebration of the city and where we have come from, that he was willing to delve into the not so nice past, because a lot of people were wishing to almost put that aside, to confront that and to look at the issues that were still ongoing and interview people who were deeply impacted by the conflict.
Young people and older people and people who had been involved actively in the conflict all spoke together. As far as I understand, one of the things Christoph was saying is the project is not just what appears on the wall, voice and words, but it's those kind of processes. I like that idea. You know, I like the idea it's not just about the end product, but it was about how he got there.
I opened up as much as I could, and if my story could help anyone else, then that's really all that matters.
I seen it on the Guildhall Square, and I just thought, you know, this is a very nice place to do this, in the middle of the city, on the city that my mother loved, and it was very much nice to be part of the culture of the town.
I think that if we don't teach our children about the violence of the past, they have no memory. And then they have heroes, they have mythological stories that are carried on, and they romanticise the conflict and the violence.
The project itself was very empowering. It caused one to think quite deeply about the reasons for what I've done over the last 27 and a half years. to see those words projected in the city, in a city that I love dearly, a city that was my first station as a young constable. To come back here to see the changes over those 27 and a half years is absolutely fabulous. Fills me with optimism, fills me with hope. I know it's not all fixed, but we're a long way down the path to some sort of permanent peace.
People in Tyrolese Empire all over the world, we're not unique in that sense. And it's always a minority that tries to decolonise the mind. One of the quickest ways to decolonise the mind is to speak Irish. That makes some people very uncomfortable. And until you speak Irish, it's a concept. Once you do speak Irish, it's a reality.
There are various things being said. There are recollections of a very difficult time, but also there are strong hopes for the future. This is open project. So in fact, because of the number of people involved, I assume that it reflects somehow the larger kind of map of various discussions going on.